Hello and welcome to Zielonka and the FS22 Premium expansion. So I've made a few changes to this is basically the new farmer mode, but I've made a few changes. I've got rid of the single line harvester. We'll have a look at them at a later date. I've rented this one out for now. There's no point in buying that. 682,000. Hopefully when we've earned enough money we'll be able to buy that. Really, I've not changed the tractors. I don't see any point in that. I have sold the combine harvester, which is just the top liner one. I've got the Volvo BM wheel loader, and this shed I've actually put here so that we can just throw beet and stuff like that in there, and then we'll be able to move it over to the soup factory, which I have actually bought. So the soup factory is over here, and why won't it'll let me visit it from here, won't it? Yeah. So the soup factory is just this. It's a building, and the production for it is basically you can put all three types crop types in and get triple soups. You can get carrot, parsnip, red beet, and even potato. So at some point we will probably start planting in some potatoes as well. So the first job for today is going to be grabbing this little Zetor Crystal 16045S, and we're going to get the planter, because we've got two fields that need doing, and we'll just let a worker jump straight on that while we get into harvesting and moving some crops over to the soup factory. So the fields that we've actually bought and own on this series so far are 52 and 53, which come in the base game, and then 50 and 51 as well. Fields here are actually quite cheap, so look, 22,867. There's no reason why we can't buy more at some point, but for now 4 fields is going to be plenty. Now there is, or should I say, ridge makers. I don't know exactly what to call it. I don't think I've got one actually. I'll see if this will plant directly into the field, but I'm doubting it very much. And if it won't, then we will we'll have to go and get a ridger, and we'll set that off on a worker to start with. So let's have a quick look, see if this will actually do it. So this is the one of the fields that we've bought, and I've just changed it to harvested wheat, like we've just basically bought it straight from a farmer who's sold it after harvest. So let's give that a bash and see if it works. Can't be planted in August. When can it be planted? I should have checked that first. Not much can be planted in August. These all need to wait till April. So what I might do is leave this back in the yard, and we'll just harvest, get everything up and running, and then for the next episode most likely skip to April, or actually even better, seasons. There you go. And now we might be able to actually, I don't know if it'll direct plant in or not, but it's worth a try. And then once everything's planted in, I will be happy. So that to me doesn't look like it's working. So I think we need the ridger. So I'll go and sort that out, and then I will be back here with the correct equipment. Okay, so I've leased this 3-metre ridger, and we've put it on the back of the Fiat Agri, a bit of a heavier, stronger tractor than the Zetor. And I think what I will do actually is put seasons back on. I prefer the game with seasons, but what we'll do, we'll just see how this works, turn it on. Really doesn't like what's going on here, does it? 1 minute, seasonal growth, back on. Right, maybe I'll have to cultivate this field first. I am learning as we go. So let's go and get the cultivator then. Hey. Eventually we will get to harvesting and moving some stuff to the soup factory, because I would like to get the soup factory up and running as soon as possible. So we will chuck this down in the yard after spending loads of money. I also got rid of the chickens that you get at the start of a new farmer mode as well. We have no food for them, so right, let's get... Ooh, we have a disc harrow. Will it work on this? Is it not too heavy? That's fine. Right, third time's the charm. This Fiat Agri is pretty good though. I do like this tractor, to be fair. And as I said in a post which I put on my channel earlier today, I'm going to try and use as much of this year's DLC as we can. That's including all the Horsch things and Govil package and stuff like that, as I've literally just purchased the Season 2 pass. Here we go. Right, so we're going to set this off on a worker, and we're going to get ready to get this harvester on the go. And what I would like to do is maybe use follow me for a bit and get our Scania to follow us up and down the field, so we can do a bit, or I can do a bit of harvesting first, and then when we need to start carting things across, we can start carting them to the soup factory, which shouldn't be too far away. Raise that up. So what I will do, I will go and set up follow me, and then I will be back with you. Right, so I have finally got it working with follow me. It took a little bit of time. I think it didn't like our trailer that we've got set up on the Scania there, so I've wasted nearly a whole row. But we are there. We've got it set up, and it's actually working quite nicely. Now I just hope it's going to let me turn round. I might just go to the other end of the field and do it that way. Do it turning it off actually. Right. Might need to take a nice long turn really. There we go. Right, let's get this turn back on. Oh yeah. So we are actually currently harvesting, I believe this one's parsnips? Or is it carrots? One of the two. Either way, we'll be able to get them ran to the soup factory. And the reason I've done this field first instead of that one is literally because it will be easier to go up and down that one once this is out of the way, because I do play with crop destruction on, and there's going to be quite a lot of work to get these fields ready for next year. I could do with still setting that up a little bit further forward, couldn't I? And I'm going to have to try a different trailer on the back of the Scania, because I would like to use that for running to and from, and the bigger the trailer the better. So let's just move that back up a bit. But it's working nicely, and we'll go and get this first load straight to the soup factory so that we can actually get everything up and running, and some production's on the way. So that trailer's got to be pretty close to full now. As soon as we've stopped emptying, we'll see how much is in there. Yep. So I'm just going to open the map quickly and mark it off where the soup factory is. Tag. So can we see it? Can we see it? Can we see it? Over there. So the best way to go would be to turn right out of here. Could do with the Fiat Agri for this. Could also take that off a worker. Right, let's have a quick explore. I've not explored the map too much, so it might be a bit jittery, but first impressions, it looks really good. Obviously the yard, true to form, is very small, but we can always add to it. We've got this space here as well on our right hand side that we could potentially use for something, and this very, very slow tractor. Let's see if we can cut through these country roads. Should be able to, no problem. But it's definitely going to be necessary, I think, to get a trailer that we can use with the Scania. So I'll have a look at that as soon as we've dropped this load off. The more that we can get moving, the better. Actually, it's quite a nice route through by the looks of it. Main roads. Oh yeah. Really coming nice and close actually. Probably cut between these two little fields. So it's fairly close to the farm, it's not too far away at all, and it's going to be easy enough to get there. Cut between these two fields and then straight across the road. So, this is carrots first. So, while they're going in, we'll actually look at the production because we don't want it to cost us money. There you go. Deactivate. Right. And we're doing carrot soup at the minute to spawning. Yeah, that's fine. So, excellent. I will meet you back at the farm. And I'm just going to have a quick look for another trailer that we can use on the back of the HGV. And I've run into a building. So I will see you in a second. Okay, so I have leased the larger in-game trailer out. And this is a base game trailer, so it works absolutely fine with the carrot harvesting. So now that I know that that works, we're going to get up to the end of this row. The Fiat Agri has actually finished with its cultivating, so once we finish this row we'll just go up and check and see if that can do the ridging now. I'm hoping that's what's caused it. Now it's been cultivated, hopefully it can do the ridge markings ready for planting in any of the new crops next time around. So like I say, we're just getting up to the end here. This is going to be quite a lot of carrots and parsnips and things. So carrots is what we're doing first. I was wrong before, and we have activated soup production. So now we've actually got it working. As I said, this is the first time I've actually played any of this update. I've not had a chance this morning to have a good go, so I'm sort of learning on the go, if you like. So we'll get that to the end. Oh yes, and that should be enough. So let's go and see now if we can take this and get it to do the ridging. Should probably have left the cultivator with the other field because that'll need doing at some point very soon as well. For now, I just want to try and do root crops. But we'll be opening up to doing cereal crops and things like that as well. I would just like to see all these productions in action that have come with this as well. So let's take that off there. And we'll get that ridger. We have rented all this equipment, by the way. Eventually we will have to buy it. But for now, I think we'll end up buying probably I don't know what will for the harvester wise. We might have to just keep renting it every year, but we shall see. Right, let's get this to the field and I'll see you there, and hopefully it works. There you go, perfect, it's working. So that'll be great then, once all this is done, get these two fields prepped and these two harvested. So we will get this Now I don't know if this is actually still following. It is still following, right, so it's costing me a fortune. So let's get this turned round and get back on with our harvest, and I will time-lapse some harvesting.
Myself wondering what did happen to the last 10. I ran away with my life, fast forward, never turn back again. It's kind of funny that the more we pass time, the more we need to set them rewind. And 19 was the year I had to leave you, but now I'm seeing all the signs. Is this really happening? I can't believe it's true. I'm just as surprised as you. This really happening? I can't be too sure, but one day I'll be yours again. Life lessons come one in a dozen. The other 11 give something from nothing. I sit here looking for an answer. Maybe the biggest question was in the last chapter. You gave me the soul I have today. Without you I never could have moved away. But now I see what you teach. I do believe I always should have stayed. Yeah. Is this really happening? I can't believe it's true. I'm just as surprised as you. Is this really happening? I can't be too sure, but one day I'll be yours again. One day I'll be yours. One day I'll be yours. One day I'll be yours. Life lessons come one in a dozen. The other 11 give something from nothing. Life lessons come one in a dozen. The other 11 give something from nothing. Life lessons come one in a dozen. The other 11 give something from nothing. Life changes just open the door. One thing's
Okay, so this isn't going as easy on the worker, on the follow me as I hoped. Really, these telephone poles are quite in the way. We've got 48,500 litres here, so we're going to go and deliver these, and then we'll put the harvester on a worker and we'll just follow. We'll do a bit of carting as well. So we'll get this straight through to the soup factory, and then we'll get back and we'll let the worker do the actual harvesting while we do the carting and emptying of the combine. Well, it's not combine. Vegetable harvester. So I will see you when we're at the soup factory. Okay. So this is the soup factory, delivering a load more to him. The more productions the better, as we say. So let's tip them carrots in. And then what we'll do, we'll take a drive around the actual main roads back to the farm. Can't be that difficult to get there. So let's get it ready to reverse round there, and then we'll turn it round. I don't know how quick these pallets will spawn, but we'll certainly be getting a forklift truck of some sort, or we could actually get the 3-point linkage attached forklift arm for one of the tractors and use that. But we will be buying a flatbed to do all the selling of pallets and things for this. So we've got a petrol station. Nice to know, actually, because I've run out of fuel before in this. And our farm is not this right turning, is it? Let's have a quick look at that map. No, it's the next one, the other side of this bridge. quite a bit. Actually, it's not this turn, not this right hand, it's the next one. It's a very well detailed map actually. I think I'm going to quite enjoy playing on this one. So we'll turn right down here. We'll get on with doing some carting for our worker. Okay, so we're carting a second load. We will have to get this harvest finished as quick as possible. I think what I'll do after this harvest is we'll have a look at some other little bits, maybe for the next episode. I think we want to have a go at other things as well. There is another harvester that we can rent that does have a hopper, so we could quite happily leave that to a worker while we did a couple of other jobs. But it's been really nice to actually use that large vegetable harvester and experience it both while we're using it and on a worker as well. And it's quite good. But definitely root crops is going to take a lot of work to especially get started, but at least we have the soup factory, which we can definitely take advantage of while we've got it. And we'll have to have a look at what other productions are on the map and potentially buy into them as well. But for now, the soup factory should be more than enough, and we can obviously sell the soup once we've bought a flatbed trailer or a curtain side trailer. We can load that up with pallets and just get it on its way. So, but for the rest of this episode, it's all about finishing this harvest, getting all these carrots to the soup factory. We're not going to sell anything without it being processed through a production first. I think that's going to be a pretty good rule for this series, and it just puts a little bit more sort of work on us. It gives us a bit more things to think about, like what we're going to plant, what do we need to plant, what do we need to harvest next time, and things like that, things of that nature. So yeah, all I can say really is just sit back, relax, and watch the end of this harvest, and I'll be back with you as soon as it's done. Okay, so we're coming to an end of this harvest now. So what we're actually going to do quickly is, once we're lined up, just going to watch this, how it moves the blades across. If I can get us lined up properly. Oh, it's not done it this time. But yeah, the harvester actually moves the blades across into the rows, because it can actually find the rows it wants to pick up, which I thought was really good. Really unique. Maybe it's something I'll have to look at when I start harvesting the next field. But this has been a fully fertilised carrot field for one. Ploughed, limed, fully fertilised, everything. I'll literally set it to as good as it can be. Just to experience what... This isn't a particularly big field, but the amount of product that we got from this one field is phenomenal. Well over 100,000 litres. We could have filled this trailer twice and then some. Obviously some will have been processed in the soup factory, but when we go there we'll actually check to see how much we've got in there. But it's going to be well over 100,000 litres, I should think, which is quite a lot from a fully fertilised field. And yeah, I think for the next field we'll try something a little bit smaller. We'll have a go ourselves and then let a worker complete what it needs to complete. But that is this field actually harvested now, so we'll stop that worker as soon as it's empty. Hey, that's enough. There you go. So that's done. So let's run this to the soup factory. Quite heavy for this wagon. That's why I went for the two rear axle rather than the single. Does hold a little bit more weight. I don't know if I could actually lower that tag axle down or not, but hey, I'll have to have a look at some point. But first impressions of this Zielonka map, absolutely fantastic. Worth every penny of the DLC. I'm not an affiliate of Giants at all, but I'm really enjoying it so far. And obviously with this series, this is the first time I've bought DLC for FS at all. For full disclosure. So I never bought the Platinum Edition, but we do have, like I say, the premium edition with the season 2 pack, which has got all the Horsch, the Go Vial, the Expo. There's a couple of others in there as well. That Volvo BM is one, and like I say, I want to use as much of that stuff as I can. So eventually, once we get up and running with productions and we're quite set in ways with all the root crops, we'll move on to some cereal crops as well, and maybe get some animals, do some bales, and start using the Go Bale pack and things like that. But we are coming now to the soup factory. It's on the right hand side, just over here. We'll dump this in, another 35,500 litres nearly. It's not an easy entrance for an Arctic, this, to be fair. It's quite a steep bank to get down. Right, so we'll dump that in there, and we'll have a quick look on the productions list. So 124,000 litres and counting. What does it finish off at? 142,677. And we've nearly got our first full pallet of carrot soup. So let's just jump out here. I don't think anything will have spawned just yet, but maybe we could speed up time just to see our first pallet come through. So let's do that. There we go. And that's it, first full pallet of soup. Apparently it only weighs 450 kilograms. I don't know what's causing that. There must be a mod that I've got on, so I'm going to find out what it is. But no, we will be using a forklift attachment for the tractors for picking up any pallets and things like that. I'm going to try and do it properly. So we'll go and put this trailer and unit in the yard. I will see you there in a second. Okay, so we're back at the yard. This field is harvested nicely. We've got this field of red beet. There you go. That's going to be what we'll be harvesting next time. And we'll just have a quick look at this ridged field. Probably shouldn't have driven through it before, but there you go. But that looks really good. Yep. And we will move this tractor back to the farm. Tell you what, we'll just skip to it. There we go. We'll keep this ridger as well, because we will need to do a couple more fields, cultivating and ridging. I want to get everything as set up as possible, with all the fertilising stages and everything done, so that when it comes to planting, it's just a nice quick job. Probably rent a larger tractor and the larger seeder as well. But that's all I've got time for today. It's been quite good. I quite enjoyed this, actually. I'm going to enjoy making some episodes on here, and I will. So I'm going to call it an end there. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Please like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you next time for more on Zielonka with Farming Simulator 22 Premium Edition. Goodbye.